This weekend, something so fucking epic happened to me, through me, for me. And it wasn't anything that took place outside of myself. It's something that took place within me, right? I dated someone a few years back, maybe about 5 years back. And our relationship was very intense. It was intense. We went through a lot of shit. We went through a lot of ups. We went through a lot of downs. Nonetheless, a time came where we had to separate. I knew it was coming deep down inside. I don't know if he knew or not, but I knew. And when it came, we separated, went our separate ways, but the energetic connection was still there. And as much as I tried to go through my ups and downs of, I hate him, then the next minute, he don't love me no more. I had on my little Yvette cosplay, did my little Yvette characterization, right? I really came to realize after 5 years that the only reason why, and I mean, when I tell you the energetic connection was strong, it was strong to the point where I could feel him, literally feel him inside me. Talk about some freaky deaky ass shit. That was some freaky deaky ass shit. I could feel him inside me, and I could not understand that shit. I mean, I've been through that shit before with men when I was younger, but I never really, it's just I brushed it off. But this time around, I actually kind of was aware of it. Like, why is this? And over the weekend, what happened was I realized that our energetic connection was so strong. And it's not because I miss him. This motherfucker was tapping into my energetic field because I'm still giving him power by thinking about him, by missing him, by having moments of reminiscing on what could have been. I finally closed the energetic door because I realized the whole time I'm the key. I held the power, and he was so mesmerized and in love with me because I was the water to his fire. When I dealt with him, I didn't deal with him from a place that other women that he dealt with him. I did not speak to his ego. I spoke to this motherfucker's soul. I captivated his soul. Because he dealt with me, he knew love unconditionally through me. But see, it was just a reflection of who his higher self knew him to be. I reflected that shit back to him. But you see, he was so scared to embrace that side of himself. He was too afraid to embrace that part of himself. He wanted to remain in his pain. So we couldn't continue on in our relationship because he did not want to embrace that higher aspect of himself. Because in order to embrace that higher aspect, he would have to face his pain. He would have to deal with the shit that hurt him, the shit that fucked him up in the head. He'd have to deal with that shit. And he wasn't ready to deal with it. So we had to go our separate ways. But he also couldn't let me go because I spoke to something in him that knew the truth. I spoke to the truth within him. But this weekend that passed, I realized that he has been holding on to me energetically, and he was able to do so because I continue to give him power. I continue to give him my power, my life force energy. Your energy is your life force. This is why you breathe in and you breathe out, and you have life in your body, right? The moment you pass, you take your last breath, then you pass because the life force has left your body. The breath is the spirit of life. And if you look up the etymology of breath in Latin, it means, or is it the etymology of spirit? I'm not sure. I forgot. Right now it's like almost 2:45 in the a.m. But it either means spirit, spiritus, Yeah, I think breath means spirit or spiritus, something like that. But your breath of life is your spirit, your energy, right? Anyway, he was holding on to my energy energetically, right? This is no longer physically, and this is how I know telepathy is really a real thing. But anyways, once I realized the magnetism of my power, I'm like, this is how powerful I am, that I could speak to a motherfucker's soul and captivate his soul. I can captivate his soul. Do you know that made me come into a realization of, and I mean, I've been on my journey of really walking in my power for quite some time, but it's like I elevated to another fucking level. I really saw myself as someone who is powerful in alchemy. Powerful in alchemy. And that did something to me. I've then realized I no longer need to think about him. I no longer need to keep my focus on him. Having these visions of us getting back together, or, oh, he missed out on this, or why did he, it could have been this, it could have been that. I'm like, girl, if he decided to get his shit together or not, like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even want him, because it was never him I wanted. What it was the version of myself that I saw when I was with him. How I was like ambitious, how I went after certain things that I wanted. How, he was just like a catalyst to show me myself, and I was a catalyst to show him himself. It's just that I was ready to go after it and have it, and he wasn't. So he stayed in his pain, and I chose to rise higher, right? But I realized that I'm that motherfucking powerful that someone is still holding on to my energy because of how powerfully potent it is. And I started to say to myself, now it's time for you to own all of yourself. Own it all. Stop giving it out to people. Stop giving it out on auto fucking pilot. Every time you think about this person, I want you to alchemize that situation and say, you know what? Because I dealt with this person in this situation, I was able to rise into the highest version of myself. I was able to become my most powerful self. I was able to rise a level higher and elevate higher because this person was a catalyst to helping me recognize just how fucking powerful I was. And now the game will never be the fucking same because I leveled up even more than before.